Hi, I'm John and welcome back to Jan Life Tech Talk. Today we're going to show you how to get perfectly stable footage without a gimbal using the Sony ZV-1. Let's go on a tech adventure. So before we get into it, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, ring the bell for more great tech content as it drops, and give us a big thumbs up if the video helps you out. With that out of the way, let's talk about the great Sony app that helps you get awesome stable results. Now, I guess you'll never get as good as a result as a gimbal, but from what I've seen for my use, I have had thoughts of getting rid of mine, at least some. The Sony app is called Catalyst Browse and it's a free download, which I will put a link to below. Just a heads up here, this only works with Sony's newer cameras. So we're talking the A7S III, the A7C and the Sony ZV-1. But I am sure most of Sony's upcoming releases will have it too. It also works with some of their Pro line cameras, but we're talking here about the consumer range. The reason it only works with the newer Sony consumer cameras is because Sony actually records what's called gyroscopic data to the file. And so Catalyst Browse actually can tell where the camera is in 3D space, and thus can apply very effective stabilization after the event, taking out the identified wobbles and movements, giving a great result. So firstly, you must set your camera up in a certain way to get the best results. So if we're talking the ZV-1 here, firstly you have to turn off all in-body stabilization. Your camera must also be in manual mode. If you want to see how to step into manual on the Sony ZV-1, please follow the link up here somewhere. So to prevent motion blur or warping, you must turn up the shutter speed in order to do this. So say if you film at 4K 30p, I turn my shutter speed up to 1/1000th, but I've seen people get away with 1/640th. Just remember, with the high shutter speed, it will darken your footage. And that's okay during the day in the sunlight, but at night or in darkness, you'll have to compensate with ISO. And with ISO brings noise, so you might want to keep that in mind. But you should be able to get usable footage with ISO up to a certain extent because of the f1.8 aperture of the camera at its widest, and also the 1-inch sensor. Now with the camera set up, let's take a look at how the app actually works with some footage I took the other day.
Okay, just to show you guys, I transferred my files off the SD card into a folder on my external hard drive. With app launch then, you then can browse here on the left hand side and find the folder which I saved earlier. Then you can pick any one of the files by double clicking on it. You can then view the file in the player. Here's a great example, a walking shot where it is extremely shaky and unusable. Here's some options for editing in the lower left hand corner. You'll see there's one option here for stabilization. Please note you'll only see stabilization appear here if you're using one of those cameras I mentioned before with gyroscopic data. It will then load up your before and after shots and automatically crop the after file to a resolution that it thinks is necessary. You can see here the results. Your image is cropped in a little, but amazing stabilization. If you're not happy with the crop in auto mode, you can press the manual button up here and dial in what crop you want. Just remember, the less you crop, the less stabilization you actually get. And to get a wider shot while you're filming with the Sony ZV-1, I have on the way a wide angle mod that attaches to the front of the ZV-1 lens, giving you an 18-degree field of view. And when it comes, I'll tell you where to get it, how to put it on, and what sort of results you get from it.
So amazing how well this works, right? Let's take a look at some side-by-sides before and afters so you can really see what a game changer this is. So with that, that's it for today's videos. Hope it helped you out. I know for me, being able to get this sort of amazing stabilization in my footage after the fact really releases me and my nerves, so I can think of more the creation rather than the worry of stabilization. And I think I really will be getting rid of all but one of my gimbals, to tell you the truth. Catalyst Browse, you have just made this camera an even more powerful tool. Until next time, don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, and give the video a thumbs up. And we'll see you next time for another tech adventure.